Okay, welcome back, guys. We are having our tech lunch talk with Isotta today. So, yeah, welcome to the stage.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. So we're going to discuss a bit about your brand, your housings, what's new, what you're planning, and yeah, so I'll just hand it over to you.
Yeah.
What did you bring for us today?
So we make aluminum housing, and we have for action cam, for compact, for DSLR, and for DSLR and mirrorless. And we also now start with a straw.
Okay.
So we have a different kind of housing for all series of camera. And the housing is complete aluminum, it's in full function, and we use W ring everywhere.
Okay. So, and what is the depth rating on these housings?
So the depth rating is 100 meter,
Okay.
but if somebody needs more deeper, we can make until 150.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
cool.
and what's the special thing about Isotta housing apart from the fantastic red color? What is like the special?
For sure. First of all, it's the color, yeah, and
course.
it's completely made in Italy, so it's an European brand, and it's a family
Business, yes.
business or company, and you are situated since 1980.
Oh yeah, my
Yeah,
father
so-
started
so
in
there
1980, so it's
so
40 years we are
So
on the
it's really a
market.
lot of
Okay.
experience.
Yeah.
So you
Yes.
have a 40-year anniversary this year.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
Good.
Cool.
So one of the future is that you can open the housing very easily with only one hand. So
Yeah.
I show you.
Maybe we have to show it into
Oh,
that
sorry.
camera
Yeah.
here. Yeah.
Take this one, yeah.
No, turn around. Yeah. Okay. No.
Ah,
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Perfect.
Got it.
So-
Yeah, here we are.
just to pull up, turn, and remove. So
And remove.
really very easy.
And it's sealed with a double O-ring. I can
Double
see.
Yeah,
O-ring,
yeah.
yes, everywhere.
All
Oh,
over. Mhm.
All the housings or just the big housings?
No, all the housing.
Also the small housing has
Yes,
double
Yeah.
O-ring.
yes,
Okay, that's
absolutely.
good. That's good.
And there is a tray
The
to
tray?
remove, put the camera on,
Okay.
and that's it, without adjust any control or anything. Just put inside the camera.
Okay.
And also for close, it's very easy. That's all.
Okay. Do you have like some kind of vacuum system for the housings?
We don't have ours, but we supply our own M16, so
Okay.
the customer can decide which one he prefer and add on our housing also.
Okay, very good. And now you have several different dome ports in the front. Are they acrylic or are they glass?
We have both, in
Both,
acrylic and glass, and we have different size. So this is the smaller, 4.5 inch in glass. We have 6.5 in glass and 9 inch, and this one is a 6 inch in acrylic.
So you have even a bigger one.
Exactly, also
bigger
the
one.
9 inch.
Okay, so when would I choose a small one?
Sorry?
When would I choose like a small dome
Okay,
port?
depend on the lens
Okay.
that the customer want to use.
Yeah.
And so this is special for fisheye.
Fisheye,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly,
Okay.
it's
So-
better. And for zoom will be better the 6 inch or 6.5 with extension ring and zoom ring for move everything.
Okay. So you have a zoom and a focus ring, is that possible?
Yes,
Yes, you
exactly.
have both. So you
Yeah.
can fully manual operate every
Exactly.
housing. Okay.
And we have, of course, also a macro port. All.
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
So can the customer choose if they want to have a glass or an acrylic dome? Well, the port. So you can choose any size, acrylic or glass? Or is it
Yes.
specifically...
Is specific for a lens, but
Okay.
the most lens can use with the 6 inch in acrylic or the 6.5 glass.
Okay. So what would you recommend to a customer if they ask, like, what shall I get? Shall I get an acrylic or shall I get the glass dome pot? What would you say?
So what we say?
Well, it really.
Okay, first of all,
it
you have to
depends on
introduce
your.
yourself because you've got
Sorry.
like you're not Isotta.
Okay,
so-
now we are the German dealers for Isotta, so we are
Pan-Ocean.
Pan-Ocean Photo.
Okay.
We are situated in the town of Emden in the north of Germany, and
Oh.
we do all the distribution for Isotta
So
in
you can
Germany.
do all the test diving in the North Sea.
Yeah. We try to find some nicer places for diving.
Okay.
But back to your question, first of all, it depends on the land. Then it depends on what the photographer or filmmaker is planning to do. For example, if you into split shots, I always would recommend to go with glass and not with acrylic.
And is it true for split shots? You need a big dome or a small dome? What's better?
Live is a little bit easier with the big
dome.
dome.
Okay.
Even if you want to have a very flat frontier between the upper and the downer part. So
Okay.
yeah.
And why is glass better than acrylic?
Because of the droplets
That go on top of the...
Yeah.
Okay. So like if I have an acrylic dome and I put it half through, that means I will have the water droplets coming down.
much more easily.
And with the glass, it's not the case?
Well, for sure, there will be some, but it's much easier to remove them. And if you just drop the dome port short underwater, get it up, and then take your pictures within a few seconds, and then you drop it back, and then you're fine. And so I would recommend to do that. Yeah, right.
And also sometimes people ask me, how can I get the reflection from my lens? Like the writing on the lens reflects in the dome. Is that due to glass or acrylic, or is it like a coating, a special coating inside of the dome port, or why is that?
Well, there is a coating inside the glass.
Inside?
But sometimes it's very difficult to remove the reflection.
Okay.
Depends the situation, of course, and sometimes can happen also with the coating.
Glass?
Yes.
Okay. But it's better with the glass than with the acrylic?
Yes.
It's
okay.
easier.
Okay, good. And do you have like magnifiers as well, diopters? Do you produce those or not yet?
No.
We
Are you
don't.
planning to do that?
Sorry.
No. It's okay.
But all the macro ports, they do have the M67.
Okay, so you can use
so
any
you can
magnifier
use every
with
magnifier
with a 67.
on.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, right.
So you have the GoPro housing as well?
Yeah.
Yes. We also make 4.8. Unfortunately, it's not ready now, but still is very soon. So it's the same feature. Opening is the same, so just one end. W ring also here, and this is 200 meter deep.
100.
200.
200.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you can
Only
attach
the
it to a
small
submarine.
one.
Okay.
Yes, and it's very small, of course. And
I see there's the sun hood. Is that like an accessory, an option, or is that like, does it come with the sun hood?
no, it's come.
Yes, that comes with the
Yes.
housing.
Yeah, that
Okay,
comes
that's
with
great.
the housing. Yeah, right.
And the other housings, do they have it as well? I can't see it right now. Yeah.
No, the
No,
compact,
no.
no.
They don't have it, but you can get in the sun hood for the other housings as well. or-
No, it's not provided with just the small
Just
one,
the small
because
one.
if you
Okay.
use somebody use on the housing maybe, and so it's need to protect from the sun.
Okay.
So and another thing is the strobe. It's
The
the
strobe?
real new for 2020. It's a powerful strobe. It's 22 the guide number underwater.
Okay.
And there is a different position that you can choose between using with fiber optics, synchro cable, or slave, so without cable.
So you can use a completely remote,
Exactly.
like place it in a wreck or
exactly.
behind the coral or whatever.
Cave diving. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
And you can change the power from here and all in this position, so it's very comfortable. Sorry for change everything.
Okay.
And the most important thing is the battery.
Is it interchangeable batteries?
Yes, it's 8 rechargeable batteries.
Okay. So you can recharge them and
so
everything.
your customer is complete free from.
And you can get them all over the world. So whenever
sure.
the battery is broken, so you don't get into big trouble. So that's
So
what I like most of it.
traveling with it is not an issue because you just take out the batteries.
Yeah,
right.
right,
Okay.
right.
Good.
And actually, it's not really heavy. It is a big one, but it's not heavy.
So on land is 1 kilo 200, but underwater is complete neutral.
It's neutral.
Yes.
Okay, that's very helpful.
Yes.
So can you change the top?
Yes,
like
this is the accessories. It's a diffuser.
Okay.
This is the standard front.
Okay.
We use a circular lamp, and there is a focus light, white and red.
Yeah.
And this is, yes, of course, accessories with the bayonet and locking for no loss during the diving.
Okay. And how does the red work? Like, is the red constant? Is it a constant light, or does the red only come to focus?
A focus light. Yes.
So this
That's
comes
pilot
like to focus, and then it goes away, and then you have the flash.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Good. And is that a new thing for you, for Isotta? Using? I'm not a photographer, so I don't know very much about flash.
No, my father started with the strobe,
Okay.
and we made for a long time until the change between digital and analogic to
Yeah,
digital.
yeah.
We stopped, but now we start again with the
flash.
strobe. Yes, with the flash.
Okay. Is there like a bigger or smaller version, or it's just that single version?
At the moment,
beginning?
just this one,
Okay.
but we are thinking to make a different
line.
family on the
of flashes. Okay.
Exactly.
Do you film underwater or photo?
No, I take a
photos?
picture.
Okay.
Yes, I started with like a video maker because we made also underwater housing for video, the
Yeah.
special things, but now we stopped, and now I take a picture.
Okay.
Me, my husband, my dad,
Yeah,
everybody.
So
You go diving in the Mediterranean? or?
Mediterranean,
Yeah.
yes. So we are on Lake of Garda, so sometimes on the lake, but
Okay.
a few times, not so much.
Okay.
Mediterranean, yes, or a little
Well
bit around.
I have to check out your work. And the housing that's on your right side,
This
like
one?
what is the whole thing around it?
Yeah, this is a hand that is very comfortable for carry,
Yeah.
and also if you need to give
To bring
the
it up to the boat.
exactly.
Okay.
yeah.
And also you have 1, 2, 3, 4 more position for strobe or action cam or lights or whatever you want. Monitor.
Yeah.
You
So
can
how do you attach it to that?
So there is these two, I don't have here. There is an adapter for
Okay.
you attach here with the ball, or there is a free M8 screw.
Okay.
So you can
screw it in.
add
Yeah,
exactly.
But
Yeah.
otherwise, you can attach like the normal standard ball arms.
Sorry.
Yeah,
The ball.
yeah,
You can
yeah.
attach the ball
Yeah,
heads.
yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
Okay.
that's it. Mhm.
So if I
Oh,
were,
there is this one, but this is just for.
Yeah. But at the Z7, this also it's very comfortable if you go for filming, so you
Yeah,
have nice,
you can have
stable,
nice,
and
steady
stable and
grip.
steady. Yeah, right, that's
and
good
that
one.
you can get for all the housings, or is it just for that one?
No, you can mount everywhere.
And also the bigger ones as well?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. So if I want to like get an Isotta housing, do I go like to your webpage, or where do I go?
So depend. We have a dealer or distributor in a different country.
Okay.
So if you find your country, you have dealer, direct to the dealer.
Okay.
If we don't have a dealer, direct it to us. Or
Okay. And if you're in Germany, like where right now, I would go to.
www.panoceanphoto.com.
Okay, great. And like if I have to have the housing serviced,
yes.
like how often? First of all, how often should I service a housing?
So we make service on the housing, but also our dealer and distributor make like a course, so they can
so
manage.
they're trained.
Yes,
you can
exactly.
send it, so you don't have to send it back to Italy.
No, it's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
necessary.
Okay, so
Yeah,
if you're in America or
Yeah,
Australia
yeah.
or wherever, you can just do it locally.
Yes.
Okay, good. And how often do you recommend to do that?
So after 2 years
Yeah.
or 300 diving,
Dives?
but you feel when you feel that a little bit stronger or something else is the time for make a.
Okay, and like, so if someone is doing a lot of muck diving or like in a lot of silk, like the lakes or whatever, there's a lot of sand, or you're filming a lot of corals very deep in the sand, then I guess you have to service it earlier than someone that's just diving in blue water.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
It depends how they use. How is the use?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And what's your tip? I always have trouble. I'm not very good at maintaining housings. I'm very lazy, and my housing is full of white spots. So, what is your recommendation to when you come out of the water?
Yes.
What is your recommendation to do? Like, what should you do?
Okay.
Just put it on the side on the boat, or should you dump it in a rinse tank, or should you dry it? Or
No, the better way will be to. Sorry, I lost the word. To clean.
To clean, to
not
rinse.
correct, but
So-
yes, to clean with the fresh water
Yeah.
Fresh
to
water?
remove
As
sand
soon
and
as
everything.
possible, yeah.
Exactly. Maybe also better press the button so for clean all
so you
salt.
press every button and turn
Yes.
every knob.
Yes, so the
Okay.
salt go out and refresh, and dry it will be better.
Yeah.
And if you want to keep your housing perfectly as more as possible, maybe pass a film of silicone grease on it.
On the whole housing.
Yes,
Ah,
so
okay.
it protects from the salt or calcar or whatever.
Okay.
And some people they do think for rinsing it would be good to keep it, I don't know, half an hour in the water,
Yeah.
but that something we don't recommend. It's much better, like Lisa said, push all the buttons and knobs and.
And actually, so you move the
So
salt away.
we really
Okay.
remove it and just wait for miracles for the salt to disappear. So.
And what about the dome? Either glass or acrylic? Is there like, when you rinse it with fresh water, do you use like a bit of soap or anything to rinse it, or is just fresh water enough
So
to
for
rinse it?
sure on the dome, not use silicone grease.
Yeah, of
because
course.
it's will be a bit of problem.
Obviously.
That might be a
Gonna have
nice
blurry
effect.
image.
Maybe.
Maybe you do that.
Just might be creative.
That's so that same clean with the fresh water and dry it with a very soft, like not scratch or something
Okay.
like this. So very soft, and yes, a cover with the neoprene cover or
The housing comes with like a neoprene cover?
yeah,
Or like a plastic
dome,
cover?
the dome with glass.
ports, yeah, the glass port, the port.
Okay,
So
good. Okay. Is there like, what is the next big, is there anything that you want to sort of like mention? Is there like anything in progress that you want to mention? Any new housing that's going to come up? That
Yes,
you're working
yeah,
on,
we
or is
have,
it a secret?
No, no secret. So we are making a Alpha 7, Sony Alpha
Yeah,
7 IV.
so
Okay.
Is now in.
It's a new, the
yes,
new Alpha.
new.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, this
but
will be the first housing for APS-C mirrorless cameras from Isotta. So that's pretty good. Yeah.
yeah, and Alpha 6600 and yeah.
What is the biggest housing that you have?
The biggest,
The biggest one.
The biggest is I think 5D Mark IV.
5D Mark
Canon.
IV.
Yes,
Okay, and the smallest is the GoPro.
yes.
Yes,
Yes.
these are the GoPros.
Do you make one for the DJI action camera? Does that make sense?
Which one?
The DJI?
The action or
The
the
action?
Osmo? No,
Oh.
no, we don't.
No. Okay. No, I don't think they need any. I was just curious. Okay. And the housing, the compact housing, there's like handles on it.
Yes,
That's
you can.
an accessory.
Yeah, exactly. Also, this is accessories.
The
Index
the
shutter
longer release
is
Yeah,
more
yeah,
so
comfortable for
for
shooting
using
with.
with small
And this
lens.
is 40G6, and we make both threads, so M52 and M67, both
So you can
together.
choose for
Exactly.
the size. Okay. How long is the warranty?
So 2 years.
2 years.
2 years.
Yes.
So
Okay. Good.
by-
Okay, great.
by your opinion,
Is there like anything else that you want to discuss, which is like super important, or?
I think is if you have
No,
something
no.
to add. Or-
Well, if you are
so
at
maybe
the
a
boat
little
show,
bit more about the strobe, because it's a really powerful strobe and
Okay.
the recycling time is quite short.
what is the recycling time?
So at 22 is 3 seconds, but 22. So it means that 16 and 11 is very fast.
So why do you need like a fast recycle time? I'm not a photographer, so I don't know very much about strobes underwater.
Yeah, for example, we just saw the footage of the sardine run, so you have
Yeah.
a lot of action and you want to take your shots in a short period of time.
So like
to
multiple
just-
shots behind each other, like
yeah.
tack, 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 tack.
And
Okay.
Yeah, and if you use this with 150 watt seconds, so it would be a recycling time about, I guess, half a second. So it was a clack, 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 clack. That's pretty good, yeah.
And so like other strobes,
And
they're
that's
slower.
on normal batteries, so that's,
Okay.
yeah, that-
So like, so you have to wait until the flash is prepared to do
Yeah,
another
yeah,
picture,
yeah,
and
yeah,
that
but
time, that's the recycling time.
That's the
so
recycling.
for people that don't know what a
sorry.
recycling time is,
yeah,
it's
right,
like
yeah, okay.
for the flash to be ready again for
Yeah,
the next
yeah, yeah.
shot. Okay. So that's something that photographers look out for, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. But macro photographers, they don't really need that.
Not that often,
Not that
but
often,
but
okay.
for sure, if you just find your focus on the eye and then you shoot and you see in your viewfinder, oh, that was not the right position, and I just return, and then
Okay,
I have to
yeah,
wait
makes sense,
3
yeah.
seconds or whatever.
Yeah.
That's quite a long time. So better have this short recycling time. It's always better to have it. Yeah.
Good.
And with the one recharge, you may about 400 shot. So it's mean one day you can
400 shots you
yes,
can make.
at
Yeah.
22
At
full
Okay.
power.
Yeah.
And there's half power, it's double the amount, like
Yeah.
800 shots.
About
Round
yes,
about, yes.
more or less.
That's interesting. Okay. Because if you go like to sardine run, then you're gonna go run
Yeah.
through your pictures. Like I can believe so.
Yeah, right.
So what booth are you? What's your booth number?
Is J22?
J22.
Yes,
So
And age 17.
age 17. So I
Yeah,
think
just
you're
a-
right, just over there,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah, just
and
to
you're
know.
just over there. So if anybody's at the boat show and wants to check out Isotta or Pan
Ocean
Ocean,
photo, yeah.
that's the booth to go to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, great. I think if there's anything else that you want to mention, then we can mention it. But if not, then I
Oh.
think we're done.
Thank you for the invitation.
Yeah,
Thank you.
you're
Nice
welcome.
being
Thank
here
you for being
on the
here.
stage. Thank you.
Okay.